Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. I've got some more people to introduce to you today. First of all, your commentary team for the afternoon. Mr. Dave Bradshaw. And being accompanied through the desk by Marcus. Mr. Regan Prescott. General Manager, Mr. Chocolate
Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
And ladies and gentlemen, your referees.
Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Mr. Danny Marks has said he would like to wish you all a very fantastic show from his bed in Menorca. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it, Danny! 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 Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, thank you for joining us today. I am so happy to be back here in Phenomenal Elite Wrestling. Shall we crack on with our first match? Ladies and gentlemen, your first match is a singles match and it is scheduled for 1 Introducing first.
A very warm welcome back to the former P.E.W World Champion, Martin Kirby, as P.E.W Toil and Trouble is on the air. Dave Bradshaw here alongside Regan Prescott and our co-general manager, Mr. Chocolate Thunder. How are you doing, sir?
I'm very well, thank you, Dave. Nice to be here with yourselves. Glad to see you back here as well, Dave.
It's been a while.
It has been a hot minute.
And Regan, how's the injury? I understand you're still recovering.
Oh yes, a long road to recovery, Dave, but I'm so happy to be here with both of you for some P.E.W action.
Some spooky vibes today. Toil and Trouble, and Martin Kirby also very happy to be here, as you can see.
And introducing his opponent. Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring, he is the full shebang, Regan.
Quite the contrast between the responses for Kirby and for Ricky Regan. Kirby looking to make an impact on his return to P.E.W. It's the first time we've seen him here since March at Seeing Green when he lost to the then world champion Jack Selstrom. Of course, things have changed a lot since then. Smashing Mike went on to beat Selstrom, and then, as we saw, a double title change just 3 weeks ago at Legacy. It's been quite the time for you, I'm sure, Mr. Thunder, as co-GM, having to cope with all these quick-fire title changes.
Well, it's ended up with me being in the ring, making those pinfalls as well, and making these decisions because my co-GM is a bit shy of using his responsibilities, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like you're carrying a lot of the load there in that job share.
Yeah, my email inbox is very full, I can assure you.
Mostly with complaints about the other guy, presumably.
Presumably, yeah. Looking forward to this though, Dave. Ricky's not been here for a while either, so he's making his return to P.E.W. and Kirby with a point to prove himself.
He certainly looks like he's put on a lot more size since we last saw the full shebang.
Definitely.
The young athleticism of Ricky Regan against the veteran smarts and wiliness of Martin Kirby. Kirby, who's gone through a real roller coaster of a ride in terms of his relationship with the P.E.W fans. He was, one time, if you remember, part of one of the most powerful factions that we had here. Now very much a fan favourite.
First world champion, if I remember correctly.
Certainly was. Regan, a little early to celebrate.
That's the power on display there, and technique. Rolling Kirby out with the arm ringer.
Great technique on the strut as well, I thought.
Debatable there.
Kirby having some fun here. I was speaking to him back in the locker room before we all came out here, and he said he's excited to be back here for the first time in over half a year. It's that long storied history that we were talking about.
A taste of his own medicine there, ringing the arm of Ricky Regan, does Martin Kirby.
He's blaming the crowd now for that manoeuvre.
Said about Kirby being a former world champion, the P.E.W World Championship is on the line in our main event later on. As the new world champion, as of 3 weeks ago, Oscar Prospero takes on the internet champion, the leader of the cause, H. Hood.
It's going to be a clash. I mean, they faced off at the last show as well, and H. Hood came out on top. So this will be an interesting matchup.
That was before Prospero even won the title.
Yeah. So it's interesting to see how that goes.
Women's world title on the line as well. Kiara with your co-GM, the Prestige, going to be out here defending against Chantal Jordan.
Yeah. Hopefully that's all he'll be doing and not getting involved.
Well, luckily you're here and you can keep an eye on him.
This is the idea.
As I'm sure you will. Trick or treat street fight as well. Just 3 weeks after being stabbed in the back by his best friend and tag team partner Joey Scott. Jason Joshua with a chance to get some revenge a little later on. Right now, Kirby able to get out of trouble down on the canvas. Got a side headlock applied. Who gets sent to the ropes here though by Regan. The shoulder block. Regan doesn't go down. He does go to the ropes, and it's Kirby who ends up flat on his back.
It's the size advantage on show there.
Look at that technique though from Kirby. Don't see that very often.
Yeah, very clever from Kirby to roll towards him there so that he tripped over him. Uppercut right between the shoulder blades of Regan, who's nonetheless able to kick out just on the count of one. Fans counting along as Kirby rains down these punches from above.
Is that a meme reference there? Oh.
Kirby with the cover. What's a meme?
What's a meme? Right. It's an internet thing, Dave. You've got the internet, don't you?
Oh, that World Wide Web thing.
Yeah, yeah. It's that you watch football matches on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Not talking about football today. I'm in a bad mood about that. It's different subject.
My apologies. Anyway.
Regan sending Kirby from pillar to post here, smashing his face into the turnbuckles.
Momentum has clearly shifted. Regan's getting on top now, using his strength. Oh, no.
Yeah, Kirby, though, the master at turning things back to his advantage, gets the back elbow. Regan's going to crawl under that bottom rope to buy himself a little bit of respite here. Not much, though, because Kirby's got him by the leg. The right hand, and Kirby ends up eating turnbuckle. Regan, shoulder block, diving over that top rope. Great agility from the big man, gets a 2 count.
To say I was impressed by that. Didn't think they had that in his locker, Ricky Regan, but He's not the only, Martin Kirby's not the only one who's got the technique.
It's a big opportunity this for Regan, given the resume that Kirby has, particularly here in P.E.W, to beat our first ever world champion, as he's trying to here with a couple of pin attempts. If he were to do this, I've got to say it very much would strengthen his case to get into that conversation when it comes to world title opportunities going forwards.
It would really, it would. I mean, there's a lot of competition out there as well, but you know, beating a former world champion boosts you right up the rankings.
If only we knew someone who was one of the decision makers here.
If only there was someone here watching.
An authority figure of some kind at the commentary desk, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, Lawrence is probably backstage. Who knows what? Here we go. Oof.
Flatter him by calling him an authority figure. Crucifix pin attempt here. Perfectly executed from Kirby. Regan did well to kick out. Short arm clothesline there, though, from Regan. Gets himself immediately back on top. And Regan, you've got to ask, when you're in there against an opponent as powerful as Regan, who again here is testing the resolve of Martin Kirby, what's Kirby got to do to get back into this?
Well, we saw a glimmer of hope there for Martin Kirby, using his speed and experience to put a string of pins together. But like you say, you're in there with someone who's a bit bigger than you, has been on top of you for a few minutes now, brings you back down to the mat. You do question, what can you do? He's just going to have to find that grit and that determination that we know Martin Kirby possesses.
Seeing evidence of it here as he gets that jawbreaker. Smashing the jaw. Kirby's own head. Hurt himself a little bit in the process. Regan gets the boots up. Kirby was running into the corner. Has him up. Very quick vertical suplex there for Regan. Why is he taking his time here? Get on top of the man, go for the cover. This could be done.
This is where the experience comes into play, Dave. Just taking those opportunities when you can, because Martin Kirby, you're not going to keep him down for long.
One thing to be self-confident, but there is a certain level of hubris here if he thinks he can just take as much time as he likes against an opponent the caliber of Kirby.
Exactly. I mean, seems like he's not short on confidence, Mickey, but Kirby's coming back at him now.
Chop there from Kirby.
Knife edge chop in the corner.
Kirby able to take Regan off his feet. Pendulum swinging again, this time in the direction of Martin Kirby.
It's been back and forth this match, Dave. It's just momentum shifts one way then another. It's just compelling to watch.
And that's the thing, things move so fast here in P.E.W. When you've been away for a half a year like Kirby has, you get new stars like Ricky Regan coming through. And for Martin Kirby, I'm sure he'll tell you that the level of competition here in P.E.W, the bar just keeps on rising and rising every time he comes back here.
Yeah, the amount of talent he's faced.
Oh, Manhattan drop.
Kirby sends Regan to the ropes, gets him the high leg, hooks that right leg. Doesn't have quite enough weight down on the shoulders, maybe Regan had enough to kick out.
Referee had a lovely view of those shoulders just then. Quite a strong kick out from Ricky Regan. I still think he's got quite a bit in the tank, so this could be this could go on for a while, I think.
Kirby feeling his back a little bit as well.
Kirby looking to be in something of a bad way here, but the thing with Martin Kirby is he'll be able to see his opponent still got, as you say, Vegan, something left in the tank, and he'll think, well, I don't have to empty that fuel tank to beat him here. I can just tie him up, get his shoulders down in another way for 3 seconds. You don't have to knock the man unconscious necessarily. Kirby, though, having a good go at doing just that with these elbows to the face. Regan into the ropes. Gets the knee. Buries it right into the abdomen of Kirby. Now goes to the ropes. Leapfrog from Kirby. Goes low immediately afterwards, and Kirby gets the knee.
You wonder, as Chocolate Thunder mentioned, the back of Martin Kirby was hurting there. He went for a knee instead.
Yeah, adaptability, that willingness to think on the spot is a crucial part of why Martin Kirby's had such longevity here in British wrestling. In P.E.W. in particular, as he tried to get the win.
2 7/8 there, that was. My goodness.
I think Kirby's starting to wear Regan down, slowly but surely.
The P.E.W fans are certainly behind Martin Kirby.
He's not missed a beat. He absolutely has not missed a beat.
And that's the thing.
Way.
When you've got as much experience as Kirby has, he'll have been in matches many times before where it seems like he's onto a loser, and yet.
Cross-faced right to the throat there.
Kirby has developed that ability to find 100 different ways back into a match when it seems like all is lost. Here he comes, Kirby. Regan over the top. Regan with a snap power slam. Immediately into the cover, no wasted motion there. Kirby did well to get that left arm up off the canvas.
A lovely power slam, very Gold Dust-esque power slam there from Ricky Regan. But he's getting frustrated now. The crowd, I think, are winding up Ricky Regan, and this could be quite costly if he doesn't take advantage of a downed Martin Kirby, as you said, Chocolate Thunder.
I mean, the power slam was lovely, but then he, a rather lax pin, I'd say, hooked the leg but didn't get the shoulders down, and like you say, Prescott, that could be the end.
Kirby had a little bit of time to recover, was able to jostle his way onto the apron there, and then got that shoulder thrust to Regan. Kirby climbing. Regan hasn't seen him, he's going to see him too late. Just in time, ran into him, avoided that attack from the top from Kirby, and was able to strike him with the boot instead. Kirby with a step up into Seguri, outsmarting Regan.
I mean, he did say stop, and he stopped.
That is true. I think maybe Regan might regret obeying those instructions now as Kirby goes to the ropes.
Oh, quick
roll up. Regan, the easy element of surprise, his advantage. It didn't work the other way around. It's a Faymaster from Kirby.
Lovely stuff.
And Kirby might have done enough. He has. Martin Kirby wins on his return to P.E.W. Kirby celebrating. And for the first time in over half a year, he has his arm raised in a P.E.W ring. And Martin Kirby's remarkable legacy here in P.E.W continues with a win at Toil and Trouble over Ricky Regan.
Well, that was a hell of a first match. That's anything to go by for the rest of the night. I'm looking forward to the next move.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a match to open up our phenomenal elite wrestling show. We've got Sid now, guys. Referee Sid, let's hear it for Sid.
Danny 2.0, if you will.
I think Sid's an upgrade.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match is a singles match.
Now.
Introducing first.
Well, just as we were saying, my apologies, Dave. Such anger when I hear that entrance music. These two, I cannot stand them, I'll be totally honest. And just seeing them gets me worked up. I'm going to try my best to be as unbiased as possible during this match day, but...
No, be as biased as you like, I'm going to be, because the way these two won the tag team championships I found pretty sickening 3 weeks ago. Ryden and Fordy, or sorry, Ryden and Ilano Stone, rather. He's a delight, isn't he?
Absolute muppet is Ryden.
Ryden is going to take on Fordy, his former partner in the cause.
You know, such a shame these two young, impressionable lads have been warped by H. Hood.
You know what, I used to say this, but I think that's letting them off the hook. I think to say it's all H. Hood's fault, maybe there's something wrong with them.
Now here comes a good young lad, my good pal, my tag team partner, Fordy.
We're talking about the roller coaster ride Martin Kirby's been on in terms of his relationship with other wrestlers and the fans here in P.E.W. To say something very similar to this young man. Fordy on his way to the ring, a good friend of Vegan Prescott, and at some point when you are medically cleared, Mr. Prescott, I assume we're going to see a tag team title match.
Absolutely.
You and Fordy against these two jokers.
Absolutely. As soon as I'm ready, we're coming for those titles. 100%.
We'll definitely make that happen.
Had a handful of tights when they defeated Regan Prescott, or not Regan Prescott, Joey Scott rather, and Jason Joshua just 3 weeks ago at Legacy. After which we saw the breakup of Joshua and Scott as a tag team. We'll talk much more about that later. What's wrong with Ryden?
That's a good question, Dave. I mean, he's gone from being a poster boy of P.E.W to one of the most hated figures here. And Fordy, on the other hand, has gone the opposite direction.
You know, the real problem with Ryden, I think, stems back to his childhood. He was bounced on his knee a lot as a child, but the ceiling's very low.
I do wonder whether, on a serious note, whether Ryden maybe found a little bit too much success too early. He is the only ever 3-time tag team champion in P.E.W history, the first of which when he was a very young man, first ever P.E.W tag team champion. He was the sound guy, if you remember, teaming with some guy called the Prestige to become tag team champions, and I wonder whether that early success went to his head a little bit.
Swelled up into his massive head, his inflated ego, and I hope Fordy takes care of business.
Getting arm dragged there by Ryden, who Ryden is already very pleased with himself. I do think Fordy's got a very dangerous situation here because he's going to have eyes in the back of his head with Ilano Stone at ringside.
We're keeping a close eye on old Ilano Stone, don't you worry.
Hip toss. Again, Ryden celebrating himself a great deal. They circle again.
It wasn't before.
I do think as well that really interesting dynamic here because right aside from Stone at ringside, Ryden and Fordy obviously know each other very well from their time being in that cause faction, the same faction as each other.
He's absolutely in love with himself, Ryden is. If he didn't have his name on his back, I think he'd have it on his front so he could look at himself in the mirror.
He is the kind of guy who'd get a tattoo of his own face, isn't he?
I'm sure he will in time.
Lovely arm drag. That's it, Fordy.
Fordy building up ahead of steam here. Big body slam. Arno Stone not keen on what he's seeing. But those 2 tag title belts draped over his shoulders. Fordy with the monkey flip, sending Ryden all the way around the ring, and that's shut him up, hasn't it?
Lovely.
Textbook elbow drop.
I'm so glad he used the monkey flip. We've been working on that in training.
What is the, without revealing too much in case they listen back to this afterwards, what is the key to the training regimen that you guys are on when it comes to planning your hopeful future defeat of the course?
Well, you've got to have... Oof, oh, he missed there. As I was saying, Dave...
That wasn't part of the plan.
No. Oh. Yeah, you've got to have eyes in the back of your head.
Wait, Ryden. Ryden going for the pin, and it's out on 2.
You have to think like a villain to beat a villain. And we've been studying the tapes, we've been studying the dastardly tactics of these two in hopes that we can foresee what's coming before it happens.
Fordy going to the ropes, and Ryden foresaw that before it happened, got the clothesline on Fordy. Now has that side press with the hook of the leg, for good measure gets him a 2 count.
For all Ryden's misgivings, his in-ring work has improved. I will give him that. Just a shame the attitude just hasn't improved along with it.
Yeah, I mean, he's an incredibly talented pro wrestler. It's just a shame he knows.
Yeah, if only he didn't know, maybe he'd be a bit more likeable.
Vertical suplex from Ryden. Ryden will try again, pick up the win here. Right shoulder coming up. And Ryden again looking for the win. It would certainly be a psychological boost to the cause if Ryden could defeat Fordy ahead of a potential future tag team title match. Obviously a big boost for the confidence, the egos of these men as their leader H. Hood goes into battle later on for the world title.
What's he doing to those buckle pads there? What's he doing that for?
He's obviously moved those pads out of position, now complaining to the ref.
Come on.
So that while the ref is distracted,
Sid.
is that an H. Hood move or am I imagining it?
That's it, Fordy.
Don't turn your back on your opponent.
I will say that since he's been a part of the cause, Ryden has definitely become a lot more aggressive. Ryden struggling to get a hold of Fordy, and in the end it's that big boot of Fordy that takes Ryden down, follows it up with a leaping uppercut there, does Fordy. Enziguri, Ryden suddenly in trouble. Fordy charging in.
Hell of a suplex.
Through him 3/4 of the way across the ring there did Fordy. Can Ryden respond to that? He can.
A vegan T-bone suplex from Fordy.
What is the difference between a T-bone suplex and a vegan T-bone suplex?
I don't have time to explain that at the moment, Dave.
No.
Because there's business to be done here from Fordy. Off.
Fordy forcing the face of Ryden hard down into the canvas. This could be all she wrote for Ryden.
Wow, we saw a famouser earlier from Martin Kirby, and I thought that might have been enough there.
A very effective move so far this afternoon here in Ettington.
I know all about famouses, and usually one's enough.
Fordy. Scoop up Ryden, high up into the air. He's 2 meters tall. Is
rate the eyes
Fordy. Yeah. Ryden takes the shortcut, gets the spear. Is that all? No, it's not. Kick out by Fordy.
You can't put your hands on the referee.
Don't put your hands on the referee.
Disqualify him, Sid. Disqualify him.
Off the hair.
I might write you an email about that. Add to your inbox.
Oh yeah, there's definitely not enough in there already.
Head off. 40.
That'll loosen some
Now, what's
feelings.
Stone doing?
Sid, get him off the apron.
What is Stone doing? Get him out of here.
Oh,
Low blow. A low blow. Oh, come on, this is ridiculous. This is completely ridiculous. Ryden wins via a low blow. We all saw it. Arno Stone celebrating like they've just won the Olympics. A blatant low blow as Ryden steals a win here over Fordy.
Don't let him wind you up, mate. Don't let him wind you up.
I'm watching these guys carefully now. As Fordy's down, he's hurt.
As clear as day there, we all saw it. The distraction from Arno Stone, clearly designed to give Ryden an opening so that he could hit the low blow and secure the pinfall.
I'm going to go check on him.
I'll get White, turn their microphone off. I don't want to hear from Ryden.
Sid's got him.
He's all right.
I'll catch up with him. He's a tough cookie, is Fordy.
Turn it on, genius.
Only Ryden could be outsmarted by a microphone.
The sound guy doesn't know how to work a mic.
Maybe someone in the truck heard me. Stay here, Vegan.
You're right, mate. There we go.
Oh, great. We have to hear from him.
May I have your attention, please? Vegan Prescott. Fordy, no last name. You two are never going to hold any championship gold in P.E.W as long as I am here.
Oh, is that it? That's all he had to say. He's a man of few words because his vocabulary doesn't stretch too far, Dave.
And it's going after Fordy again.
Sid, get out.
Yes, now. Referee needs to intervene here if Ryden's going to keep going after Fordy. Fordy's fighting back. And now look who's here.
Business just picked up.
Well, he knows I can't do anything. Hey. Yeah.
Go to the back.
You're right, buddy. Yeah, he did. You did well, mate. You did well. You did well. I'm proud of you.
Arno Stone staying out here because he has a match scheduled now against Chris Aries. The Odyssey, Chris Aries, who's made a very impressive start to life in P.E.W. Even more impressive if he can get a win here over a member of the court.
That was, I think he jumped about 20 feet in the air just now. I'm looking forward to seeing this Chris Aries in action. First time I've seen him.
He was part of This Is It. Match is happening right now as we speak. As I was saying, Aries made his debut at This Is It just a few weeks ago. Real warrior, he's got that Spartan spirit, there's Chris Aries. Now, Aries finds himself with a very similar problem to what Fordy had a few moments ago, where he'll have those eyes in the back of his head. This time, Stone in the ring and Ryden at ringside. We saw at the end of that match between Ryden and Fordy precisely why it could be a problem. It was Arno Stone's interference that was the deciding factor, giving Ryden the win a few moments ago.
I don't know why Sid's just told him to go back, thrown him out, ejected him from ringside.
Regan Prescott back with us. How's Fordy doing?
Well, he's going to be all right. We just had a little check over. Like I said, Fordy's made it tough stuff. It's going to take more than that to keep him down. And I guarantee you he'll be back, and he'll be back fighting.
Right now it's Chris Aries who's fighting against Alano Stone, doing a very good job of it as well. Aries with the upper hand, but Stone turning the table, getting those shoulders of Aries down.
I hope Aries takes out Alano Stone very quickly, and we can be done with having to experience these two Muppets.
Wasting our time.
And notice how Gates Hood, in preparation for his world title match later on, isn't even out here with his troops.
That was a lovely headstand escape from the head scissors there from Chris Aries.
Bit of a technical back and forth going on here between Alano Stone and Chris Aries.
Yeah, Alano Stone's got that Grovit attached now, but he's taken the arm, he's got the arm control into the headlock. Lovely bit of wrestling there, Dave.
Certainly was, and Aries hooking his arm over the top rope to cause the break. Are we going to get a clean break from Alano Stone? Of course we're not.
Of course not, and he also had the hair as well.
Amazing how he can find so many ways to break the rules simultaneously. And these guys are representing this company as our tag team champions, can you believe?
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can find some worthy challenges to those belts and resolve that situation.
I can think of a vegan and his friend who might be up for the challenge.
That's a good shout, Dave. Oh, another monkey. Oh.
Well, that was, whether we like it or not, that was incredible agility from Stone to land on his feet. That'll take him off his feet, though. The drop kick from Aries.
Hell of a drop kick. Lovely air time.
The arm drag. And another one from Aries. Leapfrog. And then the drop kick. Aries perfectly at home when the tempo increases. Now, here we go. This is exactly the same kind of problem we had before. Ryden with the distraction this time to give Stone the advantage. Mirror image of what happened in our previous match.
The irony that this man is called Stone because he's got no stones about him. Just nothing but cheat.
High velocity crossbody there from Aries. On a 2 count.
Well, thanks for telling us, mate.
Can we install some kind of rule that he's not allowed within 20 feet of the commentary table or something?
That's a good suggestion.
Help. Aries, a kick to the face of Stone. Now Aries just stalking Stone. Here comes Aries. Caught him with the clothesline.
Hell of a springboard clothesline there. Aries.
Oof. A 2 count.
I don't think he quite got all of it there, Dave. Might have caused the 2 count there for Chris Aries. Liking what I'm seeing so far, he moves fast.
Aries doing a good job here of withstanding this offense, and particularly the interference from Ryden on the outside. Oh, hold on though, just as I say that.
Sid, come on.
Stone gonna again take advantage of the distraction to throw Aries all the way off the top turnbuckle down to the canvas. Follows it up with a knee right to the temple. Aries might be out here. Here's the cover from Stone. And Aries again finding a way to kick out. Great resilience there from Aries.
Of course, in Greek mythology, Dave, Ares, the Greek god of war, one of the 12 Olympians. If Chris Aries names himself after someone like that, you know he's got more in the tank.
I'm impressed with your classical knowledge, by the way, Mr. Prescott.
Man of culture, I see.
It's a cultured vegan. Alano Stone looks like he's modelled himself on Hades, of course.
It's just an aggressive little puppy, isn't he?
Stone, I'm sure, would take exception to that description, but going to be picked up here is Aries by Stone. Shove him to the ropes and a vicious back elbow. Stone, though, Stone's in a way performing very similarly to Ricky Regan earlier, where he's celebrating his every move. Ryden was guilty of doing the same at the start of his match.
Oh,
the roll up from Aries.
Point proven.
oof. That British forearm connected there.
Real
Get him out of the corner there.
smash mouth offense here. Ilano Stone proving to be very effective. That's the thing, again, like Ryden, Ilano Stone, a very competent professional wrestler. He doesn't need the cheating, he doesn't need the help from Ryden on the outside.
No, I trained with Ilano actually, and Ryden, and
Look at this. How many times? How many times? And of course, they're going to cause a riot here in Ettington.
this is ridiculous.
Aries showing, I think, remarkable resilience, even to withstand what is almost a 2-on-1 handicap match here. And he's still fighting his Aries. Stone able to get the boot up though as Aries came charging into the corner. Now Ilano Stone up on the top turnbuckle. Stone, double axe handle right across the back of Chris Aries. Could be all she wrote here. Aries kicking out once more. Stone is complaining to the referee.
Complaining about the count for some reason.
There's nothing wrong with the cadence of the count.
Clearly don't teach counting like nowadays in schools.
Oh no, Stone. Another vicious move. So much venom on all offense, including that suplex.
Back where Ilano Stone is based, he is locally known as a psychopath. And you can see he's got these tendencies, this viciousness. And also one of the worst haircuts I've ever seen.
Tell you what, ancient history, local journalism. Some stunning stuff here from Vegan Prescott on commentary.
Fashion expert.
Aries!
Oh,
That's some stunning stuff from Chris Aries with a super kick, perfectly timed as Stone was coming up off the turnbuckle.
About 10 feet in the air, he was landing straight into Aries' foot.
hopefully that's broken his jaw so he stops talking.
But this is an opportunity now.
There it is, Aries pulling himself up. Ryden's there again. Ryden is there again.
What's this guy's problem?
Stone hit Ryden. Stone hit Ryden.
What a shame.
Clothesline from Aries. Ryden's flat on his back at ringside. Michinoku driver there from Aries. And a kick out on two from Stone. But Aries does have an opening, especially with Ryden out. Kick from Aries. A knee into the chest. Flurry of strikes from Aries. Stone might be knocked out.
That'll do it, I think.
Stone's got to be out. The cover. Stone doing well again to kick out. Talking about the resilience of Chris Aries, you've got to say, Ilano Stone showing some of that virtue himself.
Ryden's having a nap on the floor there, bless him.
Yeah.
Been a long old day.
Aries is going to line him up for the sword of Damocles. Stone got out of the way and he's going to check on Ryden. Ryden being shoved in the way of Aries. Used his own tag partner as a human shield there to Stone. Not that Ryden knew anything about it. Aries being shoved back into the ring. Stone doesn't want to win this by count out. He wants to make a statement here at the expense of Chris Aries. The tilt. Whoa, backbreaker. Devastating looking move from Ilano Stone. Still good for a 2 count.
2 3/4 there.
Aries hanging on now.
You know what they say about the sword of Damocles, though? It will dangle. So hopefully he's still got that in his locker, Dave.
It is known to be a dangler. Ilano Stone going to go after Chris Aries here.
Oh.
Who told no one home?
Crack a few ribs there. And here comes Aries.
Kicking into the head from Aries. Where's Aries going?
He's going up top.
Chris Aries. Diving elbow from Aries.
Could do it.
Has Aries done it now? Yes, he has.
That's it, 3.
Chris Aries continuing his impressive start to life in P.E.W. at the expense of one half of the tag team champions.
He certainly flew through the air like a Greek god there, Dave. Phenomenal!
Macho Man-esque, I would say.
Oh yeah.
Chris Aries, very popular winner. Ryden and Ilano Stone, quite honestly, got what they deserve there.
Ryden's not moved for a long time, and oh no, there you go.
He's remembered his belts.
Of course, yeah.
I thought he was walking into a wall. Ryden and Ilano Stone going to clutch those championship belts and walk out of here. You're going the wrong way. The exit's that way. Turn around. That's it. Bright boy, isn't he?
Hopefully he'll find a few brain cells backstage and right himself.
Oh, don't worry, I'm sure he'll find a nice chair to stare at.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that match, I was not expecting such a hot start for that match, but I think we can all agree, Chris Aries and Ellen, phenomenal elite wrestler. I'm a busy man, guys. Okay, with that being said, should we have a best championship match? Ladies and gentlemen, your next match is a singles match scheduled for. And it is for the P.E.W Women's Championship.
Phenomenal Elite Wrestling Women's Championship up for grabs here. And everyone's favourite.
Oh, what a joy. What an utter joy.
Is your... Oh, and he's there as well. Your colleague, Chocolate Thunder.
Yeah, lucky me.
Tiara with that obnoxious green ribbon. Now the Prestige, I think. Doesn't think our ring announcer's done a good enough job. I think he's going to give it a go himself.
Oh, I can't wait to hear what he has to say.
A lovely red Lacoste jumper there. Do you think that's hiding his yellow belly?
There's only one man here who can wear red really well. I'll have you know, gents. But, yeah. Let's see what's up his locker.
Is he going to speak, or are we just going to wait while Kiara waves this green ribbon around for 10 more minutes? Whoa.
You put together a team and we'll celebrate in this control of P.E.W. So think about it, because before this year's out, things are going to change. But as things change, more things stay the same, because still, your princess, still my princess, still the prestige princess, still the princess of P.E.W, and still your P.E.W Women's Champion, Kiara!
You know, they have, punch your boss at work days.
I'll tell you what though, that's an interesting challenge. I mean, if it didn't go well, I'd dread to think how things would be. Great to see Chantal Jordan back here in P.E.W, and it's going to be her third opportunity in her P.E.W career to become the women's champion. She had 2 shots at Ivy, the legendary women's champion who's the record holder here in Phenomenal Elite Wrestling. The first one in 2022 was a double count out. The second one, Jordan won via disqualification. So in her previous 2 efforts, she's actually never lost a shot for the women's world title, but she just needs to win by pinfall or submission. And then, God help us, Kiara's reign would be over.
I think what you've got to remember here, Dave, is the boss is at ringside. And when the boss is at ringside...
Co-boss.
Sorry, Chocolate Thunder.
That's all right.
The co-boss
The co-boss.
is at ringside. And that means shenanigans inbound.
I do have to ask, what is your immediate reaction to that challenge? Because obviously it's kind of feast or famine. Great if you win it, that would solve a lot of problems here in P.E.W, but losing it is almost too terrible to think about, right?
A lot to lose, a lot to gain, David. I'm going to have to think about it. Right now, I'm just thinking about how much I want to punch him in his face, if I'm being totally honest.
Now Jordan, knee to the face of the Women's World Champion, and another one, right. Second one in particular, you heard the impact.
Yeah, don't hit her in the face, please. Oh, what a shame.
Third time, Chantal Jordan getting the better here of Kiara, who kick out.
I can certainly think of a lot of people, Chocolate Thunder, that would love to join you in a fight against the Prestige, but I can also think of a lot of people who have brown-nosed their way into the Prestige's good books as well.
I'm sure there's a few people I could call upon. Nope.
Cover there from Kiara. Prestige was taunting in your direction there. And did the right thing, which is to completely ignore it. Just craves the attention, doesn't he?
He's just one of the hardest people I've ever had to work with. And I've worked with some questionable people. He's been the worst co-worker. I mean, I'm trying to do things for the good of P.E.W. He's doing things for the worst.
The hip toss there from Kiara. Kick to the spine onto Jordan. Immediately on top goes the champion for the pin. 2 count.
I think it's safe to say that Prestige does things for the good of Prestige.
Yeah, it's all about him. I do believe Kiara's got a bit of a nosebleed going on.
Hard to tell from where we are here. Kiara currently has a back to us. Kiara, if that is the case, doesn't seem too perturbed as she continues to take the fight here to Jordan.
Yeah, it does look to
A little bit of blood, yeah, you're right. There's a little bit of blood coming out of the nose there of the champion. Split-legged drop here into the pin.
I do hope it's not ruined her perfectly good looks.
I'll be honest though, when you taste your own blood in the wrestling ring, it has the opposite effect of what you think. Sometimes it fires you up, makes you more nasty.
Prestige told me he's insured Kiara's face for £5 million. Insured his own face for $10 million.
This has been a big down payment. Is that why they took away our ringside monitors though?
I don't know, yeah, I think there has been some cost cutting on the Prestige's side.
I'd like to know what currency that million was in.
Probably Zimbabwe dollars, I would imagine.
I was thinking of the Indonesian dinar.
Kiara going to send Jordan face first into that turnbuckle. Now choking her out. She's in the ropes here. That's an illegal choke. Referee trying to tell the champion to bring it out of the corner, but instead she's going to bring it to the ropes, which is also illegal. Kiara goes to the ropes. Brings her whole body weight down on the chest of Jordan. Going to drag her away from the ropes so she can't get the rope break. Smart from the champion before she went for the pin. So good for a 2 count.
Very uncharacteristic for our women's champion to show a bit of ring smart there. Chantal a bit of trouble now.
Oof. A Bolton 3/4 applied by Kiara now to Chantal Jordan. It's really going to wrench the neck and one of the arteries in the neck.
And you can see how it's forcing the neck to the left. Putting pressure, using her own arm against her. Oof. Kiara mouthing off to Jordan before making the cover. Another 2 count, and you just wonder what Kiara's going to do here to turn these 2s into a 3.
Well, I was going to say, Dave, the covers are not very strong. It's almost like she's going for the photo finish rather than a clever pin, a strong pin.
Who, Kiara? Never.
As if she's obsessed with image, you're saying.
These kicks from Chantal Jordan.
You can feel them.
You can feel the thud from the commentary table here.
What a knee from Jordan. Jordan's going to follow in with pair of knees. Right into the shoulders, hooks both legs, and a 2 count before the kick out. Very close there to a new P.E.W Women's World Champion. Jordan sees Kiara on her knees, takes the opportunity to unleash some of those kicks. You see Kiara just tensing there, trying to absorb the blow.
I don't think that's a very good idea.
Better to get your arms up, surely. Try and block it if you can. Actually lured her in that time. That was smart from Kiara. Kiara has Jordan up on the shoulders. Drops her. The pin from Kiara and the kick out from Jordan. This match continues.
Close, very close. Almost a modified Death Valley driver.
Judging by the blood coming out of her nose, I would say so.
Kiara screaming. Did you say this is a real fight?
Real fight. I think the bloodlust has set in, Prescott, like you said.
Yes.
Look at Jordan here, trying to take her knees down so she can't be lifted. Oh. And then able to turn it into a victory roll. 2 count for Jordan. Both women come close here to winning. Kiara thrown to the outside. Awkward landing for the champion.
Funny how Lawrence isn't checking she's all right. That's a bit suspicious there.
You know why? Because he's going to grab the leg.
Oh, big tough man is the Prestige. What's he
He's
playing?
supposed to be our co-general manager.
Yeah.
He is blatantly intervening in matches.
Oh, the sleeves of the Lacoste are up.
Chucky, you got to get rid of him.
You have to beat to see what happens here.
Get in the ring.
What's he doing?
Let's
Middle
just
of
see
a
how it
women's
plays
title
out,
match,
Dave.
for God's
Oh
sake.
my God.
Oh my goodness.
This is why I didn't get in the ring, Dave. Oh no. Oh, what a shame.
Kiara doesn't want any piece of Jordan. He's in this mood.
Oh, he's down.
Jordan.
He's down. The Lacoste is down.
Oh no, someone should check on him.
Roll up, roll up, roll up from Kiara. Kiara steals it. Kiara steals it.
Oh no.
Well, I would say that Chantal Jordan should go to management and complain about that, but one half of management was the reason she lost the match. That's the ridiculous situation we find ourselves in here in P.E.W.
I suppose the consolation is she got to give him a few stiff shots, but
Somebody get that man a cucumber pack
telling you.
now. ASAP.
I'm telling you, the more I think about it, the more I see things like that, Chocolate Thunder, I'm thinking, man, maybe you've got to accept this challenge, because if you could put together a team that could get the Prestige out of a position of authority in P.E.W, surely that has to be worth it.
it's tempting, Dave.
Ladies and gentlemen, your first match is a singles match scheduled for, and it is for the Phenomenal Elite Wrestling World Championship.
And the reigning internet champion keeping us waiting. Here he is, the leader of the cause.
Introducing first, the challenger. Representing the cause, he is your P.E.W Internet Champion.
As I understand it, H. Hood made his case to the Prestige rather than coming to Chocolate Thunder to say that, look, because I beat Oscar Prospero at Legacy before Prospero won the world title later that night, he is due a shot at the world title without having to put his internet title on the line, which I think is an interesting choice, the one that was made without your knowledge, as I understand it.
Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff that goes on, Dave. Genuinely things that I've not even heard of or has been discussed with me. But, you know, I would have decided this anyway, yeah. H. Hood did defeat Prospero before he won the World Championship, so he's due a world title shot.
Yeah, why? Put the title on the line.
Yeah.
It could be title for title here.
It could have been, yeah.
He's so confident in his own abilities, put his money where his mouth is.
Yeah.
And introducing his opponent. Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring, he is your Phenomenal Elite Wrestling World Champion, the Poet of Pain, Oscar Prospero.
And what a moment it was 3 weeks ago when Smashing Mike, having lost that world title to Adam Bolt, encouraged Prospero to cash in his golden ticket, his opportunity to become the world champion. And my goodness, we know what happened next. The title changing hands again, this time in favor of the Merchant of Menace.
What a night that was.
Here's the best part, Dave. My goodness, it nearly broke my wine glass. Set of lungs.
Prospero, a consummate performer. One of the real fan favourites here. Fitting as well. This Shakespearean-esque figure in Oscar Prospero, champion of a promotion like P.E.W, based in Stratford-upon-Avon.
H. Hood reminding Oscar Prospero that the last time they met, H. Hood had the victory.
Different circumstances now, though. Prospero, P.E.W World Champion, and deservedly so.
Yeah. I get the impression from Prospero, he can't quite believe he has reached the top of the mountain here.
This is why people love him, because it's relatable. We've all had struggles in life, and we've all not believed in ourselves, but look at what he's done since he's been here at P.E.W. There's so many stories here at P.E.W as well. He started here and the crowd weren't quite on board with him, and then he's become a world champion, and everyone's got behind him. True success story here in P.E.W, Oscar Prospero.
Imposter syndrome, absolutely not justified, because very much deserves to be the world champion, as H. Hood hopefully is about to find out. Having politicked his way into this shot for the world title without his internet title being up for grabs. See how he can do, and of course we've got to bear in mind, although they're not here at ringside, the other members of the cause are here tonight. We've seen both of them in action earlier on, and things start heading south for H Hood, you've got to wonder whether we might see them out here.
They know what's good for them. They'll stay backstage. I believe Ryden's been knocked senseless, so he's trying to figure out where he is and what his name is.
Ilano Stone was sent to the underworld by Chris Aries. And hopefully Oscar Prospero can top off the night by taking down H Hood.
I think you're starting to show off slightly with the ancient references. I'm here for it.
Thank you.
A history lesson and a wrestling show all in one.
And we have a true thespian as a champion here at P.E.W.
H Hood, though, for his part in his second reign as internet champion. He was the first ever internet champion here in P.E.W. back in the day.
And I certainly think since H Hood has taken that internet title, the quality of the internet has declined. What are your thoughts, Chocolate Thunder?
I've definitely noticed a drop in my download speeds for sure.
Hood's aim, I think we can all say, fairly cynically, when he started the cause, was to bring championship gold and glory to himself rather than to anyone else who may be one of his henchmen. And to that extent, you've got to say the cause has been a success as a group.
Yeah, well, he lost one of his henchmen, didn't he? My pal Fordy, coming back to the light.
Sort of sense.
Hopefully, courtesy of you and Fordy, the cause might soon lose the P.E.W. Tag Team titles as well, but that's a matter for another day. Right now, the P.E.W. World title on the line. This first title defense for the new champion, Oscar Prospero.
Oh, muscled him down.
Pin.
That's one way to get out of a side headlock.
Raw strength there. Tackling him down to the canvas, getting his shoulders down. I don't want to contribute to this imposter syndrome that we talked about with Oscar Prospero, but normally give the champion the advantage, given that titles can only change hands, pinfall or submission, but H Hood is so dangerous, so aggressive. If you're betting your house on one or the other, you bet on Hood.
Absolutely, he's playing the mind games already. He's already trying to get in Oscar's head. Oscar just needs to ignore his barbs and just focus on the physical side of this match.
Yeah, Hood is certainly potentially in his best shape of his career, rocking the Butcher's singlet, looking like $1 million. Unfortunately, his attitude doesn't represent that, but you can't deny that he is a top contender here at P.E.W. And Oscar Prospero certainly could be in jeopardy here tonight.
Screaming down in the face there of Prospero before he goes to the ropes. Slipping underneath, and Prospero lands on top of him. Just about able to jump on the shoulders.
Yeah, Oscar Prospero is deceptively muscular. A real thick frame, almost that of a rugby player. Those thick legs, tree trunk legs. And he managed to just take Hood down to the mat there.
Great adaptability as well from an unorthodox position to take Hood down.
Speaking of unorthodox, there's a pinning predicament from Prospero. It's him a 2 count. Man, but what a shot, that aggression of Hood coming to save him. What a strike across the back. You heard that dull thud across the spine of the P.E.W. World Champion.
You wonder if Oscar Prospero owes H Hood some money.
You can hear from the way Hood is screaming in the face of Prospero. He thinks that Prospero owes him a championship belt, is what he thinks.
Lovely agility there from Prospero.
Sit out hip toss from the world champion. Drop kick to the back of the neck. Prospero, much like the great performers of Shakespearean times, really does feed off the energy of the fans. Oof, but a poor Yorick there was Oscar Prospero.
Nearly had him there. Nearly he was about to end the match right there.
And H Hood knew that. Slithering out of the ring like the serpent that he is.
Hood just taking his time, and shudder to think that if Hood were to win this, then the cause would be in possession of the P.E.W. World title, the Internet title, and the Tag Team titles. It would be, certainly in terms of men's wrestling here in P.E.W., a clean sweep for that group. And I don't think any group in the history of phenomenal elite wrestling would therefore be as powerful as that group would be. Here comes Prospero trying to stop that from happening with the baseball slide, taking down Hood.
Oh my goodness. You wonder if this is getting a little bit personal between these two now.
Judging by what Hood's saying to Oscar in the ring, I wouldn't be surprised by Prescott.
I think every match that H. Hood is in gets personal because of the way he conducts himself, because of the way he just talks trash to all of his opponents. He's a nasty piece of work, is H. Hood. Prospero putting a beating on him here, though. He's clubbing strikes across the chest. Hood taken down off of that chair.
He needs to get back in the ring. The ref set 7 with the count.
Prospero would retain the title, of course, in the event of a count out, but he doesn't want to win it that way. He would draw it that way, dropping Hood.
I'm going to say we didn't hear a 10 from the strikes, but we might hear a 10 from the ref.
Yeah, he stopped a high 5 when he was on a count of 9. He'll be very, very careful there, Prospero. And in fact, he was a little bit distracted, and that knee right into the skull from Hood. It's the uppercut.
Prospero covering up there, but looks like to no avail. Those vicious strikes.
Hood's losing his cool a little bit, mate, from the looks of things.
Hood, a very angry man, normally able to channel that rage towards his opponents in a way that benefits him.
I've been on the bad side of Hood's aggression many, many times. It's not a place you want to be, whether he's keeping his cool or not, Dave.
The elbow from Hood, well, Hood wanting his opponents in course as he goes for the cover here, gets a 2 count, wants his opponents to feel that wrath, but he needs to do it in a way that doesn't get him disqualified is the point. Sometimes he goes right up to the edge of that line.
Off the hair.
All these minor infringement of the rules. He knows he's not going to get disqualified for pulling the hair. So he's going to do it, even though the referee is going to reprimand him for it. The elbow there, right into the top of the head. Looking for the Hood hammer. No, he wasn't. He went for a snap suplex and got it. Got all of it. Hood on top again.
There was so much velocity on that snap suplex that Oscar Prospero almost landed on his tailbone. Vicious.
My heart does just skip a beat every time that H. Hood is getting one of these near falls, because he said that the thought of the cause, walking out with all of the championship gold here, really not a pleasant thing to consider.
Yeah, the last time we saw a team dominate so much, it was the Entitled, Dave, and those were dark days for P.E.W. indeed.
Speaking of the Entitled, it was great to see Martin Kirby, a former world champion, here earlier tonight for the first time in 6 months. He's got to be in that conversation, having won tonight, for future contenders, for whoever walks out of here this evening as world champion. Prospero going to make sure it's him. He's looking for the back suplex, I think. Instead, another elbow to the head from Hood. And another one.
Oh my goodness.
That'll loosen some vertebrae.
The ring moved.
Ferocity with that charge into the corner. Hood using all of his might to throw the world champion into the turnbuckles. He's going to do the same the other way. Move that ring an inch the other way.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's back where it was now, but not to the delight of Oscar Prospero. He's taking an absolute pounding on these turnbuckles.
He's a tough guy, Oscar. I'll give him that, but I worry for him now. Hood's really ramping up the aggression.
Yeah, this is, I think, how some of us envisaged that this match, unfortunately, might go, because so powerful, so aggressive. Prospero is a much nicer human being than Hood, but that doesn't win you wrestling matches necessarily. Got to find that mean streak. Shoulder thrust here. Prospero's going to come up over the top, looking for the sunset flip. Hood holding on to the ropes. grip was broken by Prospero, who got a 2 count out of it. Hood now, going behind. Going for that back suplex again, this time he gets it. Prospero dumped hard on the back of his neck. And that World Championship really is in trouble now.
Devastating backdrop driver there from H. Hood. You thought that Oscar Prospero had a little bit of hope there with that double leg Nelson over the top rope there, but Hood actually kicked out by kicking Oscar Prospero straight in the head. This is the kind of man that he's up against.
He enjoys it. He enjoys administering this beating. He's a bully. That's what he is.
A sense of entitlement as well. He keeps saying he deserves that title.
Well, then prove it. Prove it with your actions. You don't have to scream it in your opponent's face. You're that good, beat the man.
I think this is having the opposite effect. I think this is firing Oscar Prospero up.
Maybe H. Hood's mouth's getting him into trouble here. Prospero. Strikes here from Oscar Prospero. Reversal of the Irish whip though from Hood. Prospero ducks a clothesline, and able to take Hood down.
Fine forearm.
Right hand, and the chop, the kick. What a combo there from Prospero. Oh, dropping the face of Hood onto his knee. Here comes Prospero. Clothesline in the corner. Another one.
Flapjack. The Bard is back in business, Dave. This could be it.
Dumped hard on his front there was H. Hood. The right shoulder comes up for the internet champion.
2 5/16 still, I believe, Prescott.
Fractions are getting smaller and smaller for these pinfalls.
Neither of you have converted to decimal any time in the past century.
Crowd are firmly behind Oscar now. They can feel the change in the energy.
Prospero with that half Nelson lock applied, but couldn't keep a hold of it. Hood went for the boot, couldn't get it. There's the elbow. They're going to try for that back suplex a second time, but Prospero able to convert it into...
Oh my goodness. What we got here?
Is he looking for a Styles clash? Yes, he is.
Don't think he got all of it.
Yeah. Hood was able to get his elbows up and a kick out there. Prospero wasn't able to hook the arms of Hood behind his legs there, and that allowed Hood to just get those elbows up so that his face didn't take a majority of the impact. And I wonder, as you say, Chucky, whether that might be what saved him there.
It looked to be desperation. It looked like Hood was going for his patented Blue Thunder Bomb. I've never seen Oscar Prospero attempt a Styles clash before. He's pulling out all the stops for us tonight.
I don't think I've seen one in a P.E.W show, let alone Oscar doing one.
Oh my God, he almost took his head off. Almost took his head off there. The straps come down. Dropped him right on his neck.
This could be it.
It Hood, new world champion here. No. Oscar Prospero gets the right shoulder up, keeps this alive for now.
2.99, Dave, there.
There we go, into decimals. To the 21st century we come.
You talk about heart in the mouth moment there, Dave. That was the moment.
What's Hood got now?
Yeah, was it the moment? Hood's hoping to create another moment, another much more dramatic moment by getting that 3 count, becoming the world champion. Fireman's carry now from H. Hood.
Here we go.
Oh my goodness.
Prospero tried for that earlier.
That's it.
Pin.
This time you got to pin him then. You got to pin him.
He's got no.
Oh.
He's decided he's going to do some more damage.
Did he just say moonsault?
Moonsault?
I'm not sure about this.
Oh no.
I've never seen. Could be a mistake.
I've never seen Oscar Prospero climb to the second rope.
He said he'd have to pull out all the stops to beat H. Hood. I don't know if he's...
Oh my goodness, he whiplashed his head.
Oh my God.
So hard there.
He's already taken some serious damage to that back and that neck. I think that might have just made it worse.
Prospero, landing on the back of his neck. Good roll towards the corner, and Prospero was so distracted, he didn't even hit the moonsault. He just kind of fell backwards, still able to get the kick here. Oh, he might hit the poor Yorick through the ropes. The hangman, poor Yorick from Oscar Prospero. It came from absolutely nowhere, and it ensures that Prospero remains the P.E.W World Champion. I don't know about you, gentlemen. I think that is a lucky escape for Oscar Prospero. It seemed to me like H. Hood was on the brink of victory, but Prospero did what great champions do. He found a way to win in a match that wasn't going his way.
Absolutely, Dave. I genuinely thought at one moment that Hood was going to walk away with that P.E.W World Championship. However, as you say, Oscar found that extra gear that you have to as a champion. You have to reach for places you've never been before and pull out all the stops to keep that belt around your waist.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have just seen Oscar Prospero make an incredible defense of his P.E.W World Championship. Now, ladies and gentlemen, your next match is a singles match, and it is scheduled for... Introducing first.
A woman of many talents indeed. She's the former P.E.W Women's World Champion. It's not just a singles match, by the way, but it is the third quarter-final in this year's Fallen Angel tournament. A second chance here for Freya Rose. Freya Rose was in the first of the quarterfinals, a four-way match that was won by Hannah Taylor back at Solar Slam in August, but by virtue of the fact that she's a former champion, she's been given this second chance.
Yeah, it's got some big names in this year's Fallen Angel tournament there, Dave, as you mentioned, and
Ladies and gentlemen, Freya Rose says she does not need the adoration of all of you scumbags from Ettington.
That was nice.
I'm sure you needed to tell people that, but...
And introducing her opponent.
Way to nammy yourself to the crowd.
Melissa Fierce, the opponent here for Freya Rose. Interestingly, these two have already competed one-on-one once this year in P.E.W. It was back in March when Rose was the women's champion. She got a successful defense at the time against Fierce, so Fierce is going to be looking for the opposite result here, if she's going to make it into the semi-finals of the Fallen Angel tournament.
A very prestigious tournament, the Fallen Angel tournament, Dave. What a way to showcase the phenomenal talent of the P.E.W women's division.
A tournament held in memory of the late, great Nancy Benoit. This is the third time that the Fallen Angel tournament has been held here in P.E.W. Wayne Leverkusen, winner of the first one, Violet Knight. second one, and Knight was part of that four-way match, that first quarter-final, the one that Hannah Taylor won, the one that Freya Rose was a part of in August. Second quarter-final, by the way, was won by Dominica. This is it last month, victory over Kirby, Manitoba. So winner of this one will take the third of 4 semi-final spots alongside Taylor and Dominica.
Strange dynamic to this match. The crowd, quite a lot of the crowd are behind Freya, who doesn't want any part of that support.
Maybe that's to annoy her, because she specifically asked not to have their support.
Fair point.
Of course, we have seen success for Melissa Fierce in tournament-style wrestling here in P.E.W. Made it all the way to the final of the mixed tag tournament.
Oh yes, what a show that was.
Fierce behind with the rear waistlock, able to take Rose down.
Lovely,
Amateur-style skills here down on the canvas for Fierce.
lovely switch around into that front face lock.
See how Freya gets out of this one. Looks like she's struggling to at the moment. Fierce has got that front face lock locked in nice and tight under the chin.
Out of the face lock, only to run into an arm drag and a second one.
Lovely Japanese-style arm drag there.
Do they do those in ancient Rome? Think on that for a while. Fierce is allowing Freya Rose to get back to her feet. The leapfrog from Fierce, great height on that leapfrog as well.
Split legged as well. Diving back elbow.
Never saw Russell Crowe do that in Gladiator, Dave.
Fierce going to take the run up here. Big shot right to the face of Rose. Fierce determined to not let history repeat itself. And that previous encounter in March is looking good maybe for a win here. The path clearing towards the semi-finals from Melissa Fierce. Drops the leg across the throat there of Freya Rose and gets herself a 2.
Lovely seated leg lariat from Melissa Fierce.
She's got good height on that jump as well.
Very impressed with the athleticism of Melissa Fierce. Rose is behind Fierce.
Ooh, there's the dance background of Freya Rose on full display.
Fierce a little discombobulated there. Rose was able to take full advantage, exploit that smallest of openings. We saw Rose do this when she was women's champion, able to just make the most of any of her opponent's tiny mistakes to turn a match on its head and get it right back around to her side.
Referee started the count now. As it spilled to the outside. Hard shots.
Working on that back of Melissa there from Freya Rose. Looks like that's the target.
It's a smart target, always good if you can compromise the mobility of that lower back of your opponent. Means that there is so much they can't do in there.
I think this could be the turning point, Dave. Freya needs to take full advantage of this now.
Just a blatant choke on the ropes there.
See, that's the problem. When she needs to take full advantage, her first thought is to do something that's against the rules rather than keep it within the rule book. You could win the match rather than have the referee on your case, forcing you to get the rope break. Suplex here from Rose. This will test how badly Fierce wants it, and Fierce is still hanging in there.
Definitely feeling that back now. It's definitely the focus for Freya Rose. That lower back.
In that dance background of Freya Rose, very apparent. The repertoire of moves here. Corner, Fierce out of the way. Fierce by name and by nature. That flurry of forearm smashes there from Melissa Fierce.
I don't think she learned that one at the dance school.
Rose with the pin. Kick out from Melissa Fierce.
Boot right to the chest of Melissa Fierce then.
Something out of the Muay Thai Academy, that was.
Freya Rose.
As you said, Chocolate Thunder going for that back, I think.
Melissa fighting back though, showing some chops.
And you're right, every single one of these shots from Rose targeted right at the lower back, choking out Fierce for good measure.
Even when she's on those ropes, just a torque on her lower back when she's arched, that'll take it out of you as well. Fierce looks to be in trouble here.
Rose coming into this with that confidence and knowing that she's beaten Fierce in the past. Shoulder thrust now from Rose.
Headmare. Drop kick to the back again.
High impact on both of those moves, gets her another 2 count.
That kick out didn't look as convincing as previous kick outs from Melissa Fierce.
You know yourself, Prescott, the energy it takes to kick out, especially when you've been at a sustained.
Absolutely.
And presumably it jars your lower back even more.
Absolutely.
That sudden kicking motion.
The power comes from your hips, so.
That might do some damage to Rose's back. The backstabber there from Melissa Fierce.
Well, as much impact as it caused, it looks to have hurt Melissa Fierce as well.
Well, Fierce has had such a number done on her, such a beatdown in the past few minutes that she's not able to capitalise even after hitting a big move like that. She needs that time to recuperate.
This might be a advantage to Fierce here. Just get some time to get your breath back. And
well, look, first things first though, one of these two elites is going to have to beat the count because we're up to a count of 8 from the referee. If they make contact, the count will be broken, and there we go. Match continuing. On their knees now, just throwing the heavy artillery at each other.
Fierce firing back.
Yeah, Fierce. They exchange strikes. Able to gain the upper hand, but gets sent to the ropes here. That's a clothesline from Rose. Strike with the forearm to take her down. Another one.
That Superwoman punch. Great effect.
Ooh. Right in the thigh there, then one in the face. Step up Enziguri, sending Freya Rose down into the corner.
Building up a head of steam now, Fierce.
Oh, Tiger, feint kick from the corner.
Now Fierce, up off the second turnbuckle.
Lovely drop kick.
Oh, right on the button there.
Kicking in a hook of the leg from Fierce. Kick out on 2. Keeps the match alive. Remember, a spot in the semi-finals of the Fallen Angel tournament. The prize here for the winner.
Look at that power from Fierce getting on. That would have hurt the back.
I think it did.
Oh my God.
Oh, big super kick.
Oh my goodness.
That will loosen some fillings.
Freya Rose rocked by that one.
The other side of the ring here. What's going on here?
Fierce coming at the other side. Drew Freya Rose in. Oh. What a kick that was from Rose. The pin from Rose and the kick out from Fierce, but Rose really is on top now. Goes to the ropes.
Oh, Mr. Perfect-esque with the whiplash effect.
And Fierce going to be sore tomorrow. All this damage on the back and elsewhere on the body as well. Oh, wait.
Oh.
Rose almost got caught.
Let's go for the pin.
Slides down the back, gets the sunset flip, 2 count. The elbow. Oh, God.
Oh, flatliner.
The flatliner.
That could do it. She just needs to get the pin.
Rose is taking a moment to cover herself there, and Fierce.
She took too long there, I think.
I agree that she could have finished it right there. Fierce.
With the smallest of windows there, Fierce, to roll out of the way of that, and was able to time it absolutely perfectly. She's up the top again here, is Fierce. Big cross body, lands right on her head, hook of the leg.
Oh.
The right shoulder up for Freya Rose.
It's going back and forth, Dave. I can't really call this one.
Melissa Fierce got great height on that dive across from the top rope, but it just wasn't enough.
And that's what causes the momentum as well. Just getting that height, just right from a great distance, and then standing right on your opponent.
Just going to go for another high-risk manoeuvre here. This is what it means to be in the Fallen Angel tournament, Dave.
Big forearm shot there from Freya Rose, both on the top.
Oh my goodness, this is scary.
Yeah, dangerous place to be. This is what it means to make it to those semi-finals. Both these women prepared to take a risk. And what's she doing here?
Oh, diamond dust.
The athleticism there of Freya Rose right on display.
But Fierce picks her up.
Oh, wow.
They want to drop her.
That'll do it.
Right on her back, hook of the leg, and Melissa Fierce is going all the way to the semi-finals.
Good night.
Melissa Fierce making sure history didn't repeat itself. It was a loss to Freya Rose in March. It's a victory in October as Melissa Fierce joins Hannah Taylor and Dominita in the semi-finals of the Fallen Angel tournament.
I'll tell you, Dave, this tournament just gets better and better.
Gonna hear from her.
It's good to be back. Now, some of you might remember the last time I wrestled in this very venue was against the current champion of the time, Freya Rose. You don't remember that? I'm glad you brought that up. Because the reason I lost that match was due to outside interference from Ryden over. Today, I have proven that had that not been the case, I know it wasn't ringside, I could have pinned her clean, fair, and square. And I could have been your P.E.W champion. There's only one problem now. Freya isn't the champion anymore, that doesn't matter. Princess Kiara. And again, I doubt that being a clean match either. There's a fat man behind there. He's getting more than every single one of their matches. That belt has not been earned. No longer has any integrity. But I'm going to try my damn hardest. I want a title match versus Kiara.
She might have to wait long for an answer. That is the music of the co-general manager, the Prestige.
He's back.
Kiara's changed a bit, hasn't she?
P.E.W's Red Baron has returned.
Beckoning Kiara. Kiara's coming from behind. Kiara's coming from behind. It was an ambush. It was an ambush. Kiara, being fierce.
Uranage with impact.
The first sign of a threat to that P.E.W women's title. Prestige and Kiara leaping into action, executing a plan here. Apparently sending a message to Melissa Fierce that maybe she wants to change her mind if she has any intention of going after that women's title.
Just get out of there, you idiot.
Carefully doesn't fall off the ring now. Well, I don't think Melissa Fierce deserved to be treated like that after such a hard-fought victory. But on the good news, she does advance to the semi-finals, Dave.
Well, Kiara might not want to put that title on the line. I'll tell you what, though, if Melissa Fierce wins the Fallen Angel tournament, she is going to have an extremely strong case to challenge.
pure sucker punch that was. I'm having more and more thoughts about that offer from Prestige.
Hey, look, it's a big decision. It's not for us to tell you what to do on it, but you're seeing the havoc that this guy is wreaking as your co-general manager.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it there. Melissa Fierce has issued a challenge for the Phenomenal Elite Wrestling Women's Championship to face Kiara. What do we think of Melissa Fierce, everyone? Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have one more match for you. So, the big question is, are you ready for your main event?
When you talk about bad blood, gents, this match right here is the epitome of a bad blood between these two competitors.
Yeah, you want to talk about a street fight. That's exactly what this is going to be. This isn't going to be anything even vaguely resembling a wrestling match. No disqualification. Weapons are all legal between two men who, as recently as 3 weeks ago, were best friends and co-tag team champions. Joey Scott was such a close friend to Jason Joshua. He was even best man at his wedding. That is how close these two were, which makes it all the more shocking that Joey Scott just casually was prepared to stab his friend in the back to sell out to the Prestige and Kiara.
And not just that, Dave, he also attacked Jason Joshua's husband, which it takes a special kind of man to take a feud to that level, just to attack their partner right in front of them.
We've seen Joey Scott and Jason Joshua have street fights here before in P.E.W when they were friends. And they destroyed each other.
Yeah, imagine what they're going to do to each other here.
Hope this venue has insurance, Dave.
Pumpkin insurance, hopefully. I mean, it's a trick-or-treat street fight, so I'm assuming there's going to be some pumpkins involved, maybe some hard candy.
It is a P.E.W tradition. The trick-or-treat street fight at Toil and Trouble. But never has there been so much personal animus, so much venom behind it as there is tonight. Jason Joshua coming straight after Scott. Scott a swing and a miss with the chair. Here comes Jason Joshua. We told you it was going to be a fight. That's exactly what it's going to be.
Got a hard start here, gentlemen.
Yeah, our announcer Zach had to make a run for it there. Don't want to get between these two.
Man, look at this. Big Daddy Unicorn going straight after the man who betrayed him.
If you notice, both of these competitors, they are not dressed in their usual attire. They're dressed for a fight.
I was about to say, Joshua, there's no colour on him at all. It's all black. There's some... You just see the look on his face. He's angry. He's an angry man.
I think the attire matches his mood, and can you blame him?
Goodness.
Jason Joshua, I've never seen him with that kind of expression on his face.
Oh,
Diving through the ropes.
Tope, Suicida. Certainly no treat. That's definitely a trick.
Jason Joshua. Chop right across the chest there.
Take all the air out your lungs, those chops will.
Remember, no count-outs here either. Referee, in a way, has a very simple job to stay out of harm's way and count to 3 when the time comes.
Oh, he's got the it's like a hiking, trekking pole.
I think it's a walking cane.
Stick. I mean, this is the beauty of a street fight. Everything's a weapon. Like,
Problem is, though, Joey Scott, as we've seen, by the very fact that he was willing to go against it. Hand into the steel ring post. The fact that Joey Scott is prepared to do what he did to Jason Joshua last month does make me think, though, that he has the ruthlessness that it takes to take that aggression up to another level like you have to in a street fight.
Oh, Joshua's got a chair. The chairs at the venue, these are solid chairs, these are.
you talked about insurance, Prescott. Well, I'm hoping they've got some insurance to cover some new chairs, because I think there's going to be some involved.
Yes. Joey Scott trying to crawl away here. They're coming over here. I don't like this.
I think we might have to abandon position, gentlemen, if they come this way. Front row getting their money's worth today, I'll tell you that much. They're seeing a lot of action. I mean, you've been in your street fight before, Prescott. You know better than I what it takes to win one of these. So what's the key plan for this?
I wouldn't know. Chocolate Thunder, I didn't win mine. I lost. And I still feel it to this day.
But you put up a hell of a fight, I have to say. I've newfound respect for you in that one.
God.
Yeah, I mean...
Metal girder there, Jason Joshua just sent.
You have to be willing to take it to that next level. And it truly does test your resolve, your grit.
Big back suplex.
There'll be no headlocks in this affair. It's going to be strikes, it's going to be vicious. There's probably going to be some foreign objects involved here.
It's all about hurting your opponent. That's all it is.
Exactly, and undeniably, there's hatred.
Oh, going for a pile driver here on
No way.
hard floor.
No.
No, that's too much.
There is no padding whatsoever on that floor. Joey Scott got back body dropped.
For those at home, there is a metal strip that goes across that separates the carpet, and I feel like Joey Scott has landed on that metal strip.
I mean, you could hear the impact, couldn't you? You could hear the slap of his back just hitting that wooden floor.
Hang on a minute. Looks like some sort of briefcase table.
I don't think there's going to be any wallpapering going on. Let's put it that way. Right in the ribs.
It's the 4th year in a row that Jason Joshua has been in the trick-or-treat street fight. Won 2 of the previous 3, one of them against Joey Scott. Last year, he was the world champion, successfully defending against H. Hood in this equivalent match.
Yep. Well, this is not a venue table. Jason Joshua must have made this and brought it to the venue today to use.
He's got it. There you go.
That table set up here by Jason Joshua, who obviously has been planning in his mind for the past 3 weeks exactly what he plans to do to Joey Scott here. Scott though! Oh! Joshua through the table, and that backfired horribly for Jason Joshua.
Oh no.
I think he might have hit his head on the apron there as well. Look at Joey Scott, just reveling in it almost.
He's gone from crawling away on the floor like a snivelling coward to now being the cockiest man in the building.
It's just a man with barely any redeeming features.
He's just taking a piece of the table.
Oh no.
What is this now?
That's the Prestige.
Prestige and Kiara is what it is.
He's lurking around somewhere.
Oh joy.
A bad smell lingering. There's the cover from Scott and a kick out on 2 from Jason Joshua. Where have they gone? Can you see them?
Lurking in the shadows, no doubt, on this Halloween evening of toil and trouble. And
like a wicked witch.
Jason Joshua is certainly in trouble right now.
Might surprise you all to know, by the way, that the Prestige not wearing a mask. That is his real face.
Big neck breaker. He's already took some damage to his head there, Joshua, off that table fall.
Joey Scott is sending some abuse in the way of some of the fans in the second row there.
Oh no, that's so disrespectful.
Disgusting.
Gross is what it is.
Absolutely disgusting.
That's on par with spitting on somebody.
I mean, it technically is.
I mean, everyone's got a cold at the moment, so that was deliberate, wasn't it?
It's a super spreader event.
Oh, patient zero is Joey Scott with a steel chair right to the spine that was just obliterated by going through that table.
Joey Scott trying to play the long game here by trying to win this match by giving his opponent the flu. Attempt at the power slam maybe.
Oh, he's reversed it.
On a tombstone potentially. No. Oh.
Right to the throat there.
Cross chop to the throat.
Oh,
Oh no.
Nasty.
Referee straight in to check on Jason Joshua there, because that was disgusting.
Head bouncing off the canvas there. I think we've all seen people hit the ropes like that, and it can knock you out.
I was saying earlier, the referee has an easy job here, but there is one important role the referee plays that is, aside from having to count, is that if the referee judges that one man or the other is not in a condition to continue, the referee does have the discretion to call this street fight off, and if this continues the way it's going, that might be a consideration here.
Dave, was there any coincidence there that Joey Scott trod on the hand of Jason Joshua where his wedding ring lies?
So personal. It's all so personal between these two. Here's a double underhook, the butterfly suplex from Joey Scott. Scott was something of a mentor to Jason Joshua early in his career. Over here, Arrogant covered with a single boot, taking exception to the fact that Joshua had the audacity to kick out of that very cocky pin attempt.
You talk about the aggression. It's definitely ramping up here. And you mentioned as well, Dave, like the referee can stop the match, but I don't think Jason Joshua would want to stop the match, even if he was in a bad way.
Oh yeah, with everything that's been going on between these two. Oh, Scott screaming. This is a human level. It's a tragedy what's happened here. Given that these two were best friends, but it's a tragedy caused entirely by Joey Scott. Scott, the run up, no one home. Cannonballed himself into a steel chair.
Lower back took the impact there.
Here comes Jason Joshua. Brings his whole body weight down onto Scott.
That chair is folded, gents. Look at it.
Hoists him up, drops him with the power slam. Goes for the cover here, Big Daddy Unicorn, close to getting a third win in 4 years in the trick-or-treat street fight.
Jason Joshua seems to have received a second wind from somewhere.
Look at the aggression on his face. He just wants to hurt Joey Scott there.
Power.
God, a gorilla press slam there.
Sleeper holder tried.
Best here. Oh, the cannibal with him on his back.
Oh my goodness gracious me.
See the way the spine of Joey Scott just wrapped around that bottom turnbuckle.
That was unnatural. That was an unnatural movement. Joey not moving at all here.
Pure desperation as Joey Scott had that sleeper hold.
Well, Jason Joshua, though, is not able to walk in a straight line here.
Where's he going? Has he got more tricks?
He got
more tricks or more treats?
It's another...
We've got another folding table prepared by our carpenter.
I mean, if you look at the last chair...
Joshua, yes. The last chair is unusable.
Well, look at the last table.
It's going to be a hell of a clean-up job here after this match, I'll tell you that much.
Be a hell of a trip to the hospital for at least one of these two, I think, possibly both.
Look at the welts on Jason Joshua's chest as well. I think that's where he hit the ropes.
Yeah.
He's going to be bearing the scars of this battle for a long time.
Those ropes are essentially steel cables.
Yes. I don't think many people know that either, Dave.
I think pumpkin alert, guys. The pumpkin is coming into play.
We go.
I prepped those pumpkins earlier as the resident vegan, and they're not hollowed out, Dave. Those have not been prepared.
You are joking. God.
For anything other than oh no. Oh God, you hear that?
Oh no.
Oh.
He
chair across the spine of Jason Joshua.
He did not pull that at all.
Totally remorseless against a man in whom Jason Joshua had 100% trust. Misguided trust, as it turned out.
Oh, and he's just lifting him up by the ears. A vicious, vicious man.
Come on now.
What's he got in store for him here?
Joshua's already gone through one table. Tough enough to survive that the first time. To go through a second one, that would be all.
This is not going to end well, gents.
Thud off that chop.
I can
He's trying to superplex him. I think so. All the way from the top turnbuckle through the table. That's the plan here for Joey Scott.
Jason Joshua's trying so hard to hold on here.
Hold on for dear life. Could be a career ender. Wait, Joshua's got him. Joshua, press slam.
I've never seen anything like this, Dave.
Joshua, he can't do that. He's going to try and press slam Joey Scott through the table, for God's sakes.
Oh, he's broken in half.
Dear Lord.
Oh, my.
You've got to believe that would finish it. Joshua can reach over and get a pin now. That's it.
That's as brutal as any horror movie I think you've ever seen on Halloween. The cover here, the drape of the arm, over the top. Oh, got that right shoulder up. How did he get the shoulder up?
Jeez, look at but there was... Oh.
What is he doing?
Why don't you just listen to what they say?
Oh my God. I think it's starting to rain.
He's gone over to Jason Joshua's husband. He's putting his hands on him.
And Joshua not going to stand for that. Joshua's got a hold of the prestige.
That's it, get him, Jason Joshua.
Oh no. Oh, please don't.
Kiara
doing? Come on.
Women's champion jumping on the back here of Jason Joshua, who seems unmoved by that. Joshua has Kiara up on his shoulders. Prestige saving his princess, but now it's Prestige up on the shoulders. Kiara's getting out of harm's way. A Samoan drop on the Prestige from Jason Joshua.
What would have happened to a nicer guy?
I can't see you getting up to help him there, Chocolate Thunder, somehow.
There's nothing else that's spared us any more of his singing.
I believe the rain clouds have cleared, gentlemen. Get out of the ring.
Joshua's got the pumpkin.
The pumpkin.
Joshua's got the pumpkin.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
They're full as well, Preston.
Oh my word. A pumpkin.
Oh, trick or treat. Prestige.
Trick or treat on the Prestige's meat.
Pumpkin right to the grapefruits. A bowling ball dropped on you.
He's got nothing left.
I believe that's ruined Kiara and the Prestige's night.
Joey Scott's night's about to get even worse. Joey Scott's night's going to get worse. There's a low blow. It's all legal. It's all legal here.
Of course.
He's going to use his own curb stomp. Jason Joshua's own move. The curb stomp onto the chair by Joey Scott. The pin from Scott. And Scott wins the trick or treat street fight.
I think we need to get some medical attention to Jason Joshua because he has just landed face first on that.
Come on, enough now.
What is this guy's problem?
That's enough.
He's got the victory. What more does he want?
You made your point, all right.
You know what he wants. He wants to hurt him. He wants to make Jason Joshua regret the day he ever started to associate with Joey Scott. What is he doing?
Rolling up the ring.
What's going on here?
Scott and
he's releasing the bungees.
The padding.
The bungees have come off, and he's taken the padding out. For those at home that don't know, underneath the very thin layer of padding on this wrestling ring is nothing but wooden board, thick wooden board and solid steel. And he's exposing that.
And he's took the padding off as well.
Yeah.
Say, just wooden board below there.
No.
Oh, not this. Not this. Stop it.
Stop.
Stop it, for God's sake. Stop it. Tombstone pile driver. The head of Jason Joshua compressed onto the wooden boards. He's a sicko. He's an absolute sicko, is Joey Scott.
Our referees begging and pleading with Joey Scott to leave the ring after what we've just seen, Dave. Will Jason Joshua ever be the same?
And Joey Scott just going beyond the pale here against his former friend, his former co-tag team champion, Jason Joshua. The hot shot wins the trick-or-treat street fight. What has been an absolute horror show here in the main event of Toil and Trouble.
Let me just get some help for him, please. I mean, you know yourself, Prescott, if you hit the wrong part of the ring,
It's game over, isn't
yeah.
it?
I'm amazed he's on his feet.
I mean, adrenaline does wonders, but I guarantee you the second that wears off, he is going to need to go to hospital.
A sad end here to events in Ettington. We thank you for joining us. We'll keep you updated on the condition of Jason Joshua over on P.E.W's social media channels. In the meantime, good night from Toil and Trouble.